ability to help and get the help that you need. It's not just about the training, it's about the support afterwards. All right, real estate education is great, but if you don't have the team, the people to go talk to face afterwards, some 800 number, that doesn't really help you, does it? A lot of you guys have read real estate investor books, right? I've read a whole ton of real estate investor books. The problem is when there's something in the book, when there's something that's not in the book, that comes across in a real estate deal, you can't pull up the book and be like, hey book, what about this? It's not like a seashell, like this seashell. Am I supposed to stand like this for the next 8 hours? He comes back.
He's grabbing you a whole nother mic.
Okay, I'm just confused. So let me grab a whole nother mic. I don't know how to do this. Thank you, dude. That would be awesome. I am right-handed, so it's really hard. But no, I'm going to strip before, buddy. That's definitely not Utah. We're qualified here. Go ahead and do this. Don't pay attention to the mic. So, luckily this is not my first rodeo. Alright, let's do this. While they're all facing that, you guys can hear me in the back, right? I'm loud enough. Alright. So, a little different start, but we're good to go. So we're going to talk about some real estate essentials. Now, I've been training real estate investors since 2005, full-time. Training investors in all 50 states. I'm going to take you from the basic to the advanced today. That's how we do it. We're going to roll it all right in. So some of the stuff that may go whoosh, some of the stuff at the beginning for you more seasoned investors, you're like, you're going to learn a golden nugget. Here's why you pay attention the entire day. Because if you're here and you grab 3 golden nuggets throughout the day, each one of those golden nuggets can make you an extra $100,000 this year. I guarantee you'll walk away with at least 3. I can guarantee more than that. I guarantee at least 3. But I give you your $50. Well, you guys need to charge a little better. Like so now, usually it's $50 just to be here today. Alright? So they're giving you that value. So it's all about building the value here on that. So we're going to take you from the basics all the way through the process. I walk around the room, so I would call on you if you fall asleep. I get to come up next to you and scare you. Just so you know in advance. So I'm going to give you, this is part of our training. You missed something today, awesome, you got it online, you can watch it over and over and over and over again. So the funniest thing is when I call somebody and they're watching my class, they're like, what are you doing calling me? I don't know, Dave. Like, but you're telling me on the computer and now you're talking to me on the phone. Like, I'm psychic. So, we're going to have some fun. Like I said, if you're not having fun, it's not working. I get to buy properties all across the country. I can be sitting in my apartment in New York City, wearing my pink bunny slippers, and buy properties in South Carolina. I can be on the beach in Maui, Hawaii, driving buying properties in Utah. It doesn't matter where I am in the country, I can buy properties at any time. There's only 3 things I need to run my real estate investment business. What are those? Your cell phone, internet, and a computer. I got the knowledge. Right, through the training, I get the time, freedom to work anywhere I want at any time. I am not an early bird. Thank goodness you guys are 2 hours behind East Coast time. That was not me. 2 hours behind East Coast time. This is the time where I usually start my day, around 11, 11:30, 12, depending on what it is. We're trying to get. Awesome. How's that? Is that good? Yeah. You guys can hear me in the back? Got it? Can you go again, or is it back? It's on and off. This is go on and off. Sometimes if I bring up any higher, it's not going to do any good. Then I got to talk like this. And I'll be like this all day. So just sort of in and out. So we'll just go in and out all day. Is that all right? All right. So some things, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of third-party websites here. Okay. Third-party websites. If you choose to pay for the services, whose choice is that? Yours. Oftentimes I don't pay for the services, but I use them for data gathering information. I am not a CPA. I am not an attorney. I can tell you what I do, but I do not give you legal advice or tax advice here today. What do I not do? It's just regular taxes. My risk level may be higher than yours, so there's certain things I may do that are 100% ethical and legal that you may not want to do. Does that make sense? So, listen, third-party websites, here's all the disclaimers, all the things that I'm not doing. You guys can all read, so it's all up there. So we're going to talk about some strategies. We're going to give you the basics here. I'm not able to take you all the way through a real estate deal in 8 hours. Does that make sense? I'm going to get you through the part. We'll show you guys how to get started, and then you'll work with the local team and continue with the training and the education to get you there. I'll use a few examples. I'm going to make you guys do some work. So these are examples we created. You cannot go by the property if we give you the address because it's not for sale anymore. So there's a few people like, oh wait, now. Yeah, as an example, guess what happened? We already bought it. This is who you in up front, right? We already bought it, we already did it. You'll get all some people are like, hey, can I get the PowerPoints? Can I get the slides? Sure. When you get the training, you can download it. It's right there. A little PDF file, you can download it, print it out. How many guys have already gone through the training at least once? Yeah, good. I'm making you guys do it again. You're going to help all the new people here today. Awesome. So, the key things we're going to go through here. Tell you a little bit about myself. John did a good job of that. We'll go over some key terms just to get you started. So you start to understand. Real estate investment is almost like a different language. And financial languages are a little different in the fact that the better we get at the financial languages and terms, the more money you're going to get from bankers, the more respect you're going to get from attorneys. I argue with attorneys all the time when I tell them they're wrong, and then I prove they're wrong, because they just don't deal with the same types of things that we do. And I'll show you guys how we educate attorneys, accountants, those types of things. One of the cool things that I just learned last year is that I can call the IRS and they have to tell me how much income I made last year. Yeah, how about that one? Most of the time you go, hey, let me fill out my form, this is how much I think the IRS knows about me, right? How about you just call them up and they gotta tell you, hey, this is how much you're supposed to put down as your income for the year. And if they miss something, you're like, okay. That's the power of education, right? You call the IRS, they have to, by law, give you that information. Most CPAs and accountants don't know that. They're like, they have to give you how much they claim you made in income for that year. So when you start filling out your taxes, you know exactly how much they said you made. Oh, that's the training. So we're going to talk, that's not today, I can't even go into that, but that was just cool. Like, I just going through all that. So, some of the things we're going to talk about, some different things we're doing. Talk about some finding leads, real estate strategies. We won't be able to get through all these, but I'm going to give you a good start. We're going to get you started with what's necessary. So a little bit about me as we get started here. My parents are teachers, so they had time freedom and teachers here today. Awesome. You guys have time freedom but not paid, right? Not a lot of financial freedom. So my parents just pack us up in the car, drive us cross country. So we drive to New York City because we grew up on Long Island, one of the most expensive places to live. We're in the Forbes magazine between taxes and insurance and all of that. Being around New York City is one of the most expensive places to live. So we pack up, drive cross country, drive from New York all the way out to Northern California, come through Utah, drive down to Texas, and then back. It was a 2-month trip we did every couple of years. So my parents could afford to pay the real estate taxes. We rented out people from New York City from out. You ever realize later in life that how poor you were and you didn't realize it? You ever had those nightmares? I can tell you some more stories about snakes, bears, and camping on the sides of the road. And you gotta be a Chef Boyardee out of the can cold is awesome. Cold showers, not so much, right? We were camping in Yellowstone National Park the day after a bear attack, right? And my mom takes, we're sitting there finishing dinner, she takes all the crumbs and she throws them like this, and I think I was like 7, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I was like, there was a bear attack yesterday. I'm sleeping in the car. Like, that was safer. I felt it was a little safer than a tent, right? A little vinyl thing. I was like, at least I could squeeze out another window hoping the bear comes. But my relatives all stayed at the Super 8. We stayed at the Super 8 hotels with the outdoor pools, and they all stayed at nice Hiltons, the Hyatts, and all of that. Everybody experienced that in their life? Yeah. So I said, what do their parents do? And they said they work corporate America. So I said, hey, even though I come from 3 generations of teachers, my grandpa was a teacher, my parents were teachers, my sister's a teacher. I was like, heck no. I gotta make some money. I can say heck here, right? But I gotta make some money, right? I gotta make some money. So I went into IT, into any geeks here. Geeks are cool now. Have you not watched TV? Right? Geeks are cool now. So I went into IT. I became a computer programmer. My first job out of school, because I did that, right? I was like, well, I'm gonna go to corporate America, become financially free. My first job out of school, so I worked for a small little 400-person car leasing company. Okay, small little 400-person car leasing company. We were publicly traded at that time. We got taken over 3 times in 9 months, became the largest bank in the United States at that time, called Bank of America. America's headquarters are not in New York City. They have to be down at that time in Jacksonville, Florida. So we could have those 400 jobs. They were downsized. They got laid off. Being my first job out of school, I quickly realized the cool reality of the corporate world. They went into a layoff. Yeah, been on both sides of it. They people off, had the other side of it, where we're going to take over companies. So I started reading all the real estate investor books. Anybody read Rich Dad Poor Dad? Robert Allen's 1 Minute Millionaire. How many of you guys are not raising your hand at all today, no matter what I say? Okay. So I like to pick on people because I'm from New York, so if I get the attitude, I always like the attitude. Let's see what I get. So we'll have some fun with that. So I read all the real estate investor books. What did you guys do after reading the books? Let's be honest. You're like, hey, that's cool, but I need money or credit. How many people thought that? That's only the happy guys, right? So you guys knew what to do right out of the gate. All right. So that's what I did. Put them back in the shelf. I decided I'm gonna move to New York City, get a really high-paying job. Right? So New York City, they pay a lot more money. So I commuted an hour and a half, and I love when you guys here say, "Oh, we have traffic." Yeah. You right? Right. I was commuting an hour and a half on a train, and we probably went like 30 miles in an hour and a half, right? Back each way. Forget driving. Don't even try to drive. But I was tired of getting up in the morning when it was dark, going to work, and coming home when it was dark. Anybody experience that? Never get to see the sun in the winter, right? So we were coming up. I started working in New York City in April 2001. But September hit, I was like, I am not going to do another winter like this while I'm moving to New York City. So I signed my lease to my apartment September 1st, 2000. At that time, I was the youngest director of technology for a company called Getty Images. They've been familiar with pictures, graphics, professional athletes, paparazzi. You can see photos in the newspaper and everything. Less than 10 days later, both planes flew over our building right into the Twin Towers. So right out my office window, we looked right up into the Twin Towers. And back then, nobody had cell phone cameras. They all had the analog cameras, so you guys don't even know what that is. You actually had to take a picture, focus, click it, and develop it. So, yeah, some people are like, what? Right, so all of our photographers went running down to the scene that day. They went running down to, we were less than 5 blocks away from the Twin Towers. All of our photographers went running down to the scene to capture it. The only digital camera we had at that time was in our police department, so I grabbed that camera, ran over to the picture desk, and said, hey, run it to the roof to our photographer. For those of you guys who are not from New York, so sometimes not all the elevators go all the way up. So we had to go down to the basement, back up another set of elevator bank to get to the roof, climb over a whole bunch of things, got up to the roof, and the photographer wasn't there. Apparently they set up a floor below. So I was the first one to take pictures of the scene that went out to every major newspaper that day. And I was a 50 kilobyte small picture that was replaced by a lot of great pictures. The one picture that you see, the famous picture from 9/11, was taken by one of our Getty image photographers over in Brooklyn, and it shows the big plume after the second plane hit. That's the one that most of you guys know. That day changed my life because I watched people go to work with hopes and dreams that day and never got a chance to fulfill it. Now, we were not allowed to be evacuated that day, and I will not take you down the rest of that scene on how I had to sneak past the National Guard to get back to my job, almost got shot in the back, all these crazy things that happened that day. But we're all military veterans and first responders. We'll say thank you guys very much for your service. You guys I watched the people jump from the 203rd story because it was their choice. We had all those pictures come, their choice that day. And I'm glad it didn't take a day like that to change your life. But that's the day that I realized I got to stop putting things off tomorrow that I can do today. And that's what we're going to show you today. Today's a bit about taking action. So that was back in 2001. Started looking for an opportunity in 2003. I found real estate investing. Came down, learned one little real estate strategy. Acquired my condo in New York City in 2003. The real estate market was screaming. Everybody says you can't buy a property undervalued. Acquired my property $50,000 undervalued. By the time we closed on it, 30 to 60 days later, we were up another $50,000. I made $100,000 on a real estate deal, and I knew one little real estate strategy. I might be from New York, I might be stubborn and skeptical, but I was like, hey, if I could get half my salary on a real estate deal, maybe I could learn a little more. What do you guys think? Yeah. Now, a lot of people in this room have fired their boss faster than I have, but it took me 2 years to go ahead and fire my boss. Because I wanted to make sure I had income coming up, and I gave 1 month's notice at my job. I gave 1 month's notice at my job because I ran 26 people all across the U.S., and I wanted to make sure they had a good boss. Right, when they came back in, unfortunately, they never interviewed anybody because I think I gave them 1 month's notice. They never thought I was leaving. Corporate America. Since then, trained thousands of real estate investors nationwide. Do deals all across the country. So this first year up here, we started to invest in. That deal was done, no money, no credit. Took over a deal, saved somebody from a bad situation 3 times today. I'll go through that. How we saved somebody and did a deal. That deal was bought sight unseen. Never saw the house. 222% return on investment. Is that okay with you guys? Yeah. There's 2 deals here. This is $5.9 million in real estate that we acquired in an 18-month period. I'll show you guys how you can be a part of those types of transactions. All right, these are some of our multi-million-dollar deals. This is we raised $1.8 million to buy $4.5 million worth of real estate over here. This is we raised $212,000 to buy $1.5 million. Is that okay with you guys? We've got deals like that going on right now. There's an opportunity for you guys to be a part of it. These are some of our hard money loans that we do. Now, that's more on commercial properties. What's your biggest fear if you lend somebody money? Getting it back. Why is that? You guys ever lend a family member money or anything? Okay. Why is that your biggest fear?
It's not collateralized.
Some of us can't afford it. Well, nobody can afford to lose money. Let's be honest here. I don't care how much money we pay, I still can't afford to lose money. Right? Now I got 2 kids. I have the instant family. Now I got 2 kids. It's all new. Like that. So here's why it's different. Because we lend money smartly and securely. I lend money so that even if they don't pay me back, I make more money. How many guys like to be my partner? Shelly and Sharon, they're both super skeptical right here in the beginning. So when this gas station deal came across my plate, I did not have $350,000 in my retirement account. Now, when you go to a bank and ask them for a loan, what do they typically lend you? What percentage? 80%? 80%? They use a term called LTV. Go ahead and write this down. LTV. That's loan to value. Right? They use a term called LTV, loan to value. They'll lend you 80% LTV on an investment property typically. They won't lend you 100% because they require that you have some equity in it in case you got to take it back, right? Well, when this Brooklyn gas station deal came on down, and a lot of people drive by this property in New York City, we lent $350,000 on $3.5 million. What's our LTV?
10%.
You guys are doing math wrong. You guys all have cell phones. Here's the great thing about today. You have to work, so pull out your cell phone. Most of the time they tell you to turn them off. Pull out your cell phone. Right? $350,000 is what percentage of $3.5 million? It's a real simple number, guys. 10. Woo! Yes. 10% LTV. 10% LTV. The amount you borrow or lend divided by the amount of the property. That's 10%. So, Shelly and Sharon, you guys okay making 16% of your retirement accounts?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So we go ahead and we make the loan. Now, your worst case scenario is they don't pay us back. Our best case scenario is they don't pay us back. We're like, please, Mark, don't send in that check. Please don't send it in this month. Oh, darn it. You guys don't understand why? Some of you guys do. Well, let's do the math. If he doesn't pay us back, then we invested $350,000 and we bought 3.5 million. That's a 900% return. How many people like 900%? So we're like, Mark, don't send it the check. Oh, 16%. Darn. Oh, we're back to him for what? The collateral, what's that? Well, how does the collateral? The collateral is 3.5 million. 350,000. Now we can foreclose and take it. If he doesn't pay, we just foreclose. Right? He gives up his right in first position. You can be nice and give Mark some of his lives. But if he makes a loan and he's not going to go ahead and pay on it, you've got the right to foreclose. Take it over. Now we control the process. With our interest and our fees. And there's a lot of fees to foreclose. We got really expensive attorneys. So, but is Mark really going to do that? When he let me foreclose on a $3.5 million property for $350,000, he's going to go get another loan somehow. He's going to do whatever he can. I'm going into this for 16%. We're going into this for 16%. I'm not really going into this to take out the property. I'm just showing you guys worst case scenario. Because if Mark lets me take back his property for $350,000, we got to talk to Mark and get him some education. All right? So, now what's the worst case scenario for us? Well, the worst case for us actually is the property burns down. The property burns down. What does every property have? Insurance. So what do we get back? All of our money. So the worst case scenario is you get all your money back. Best case scenario, you get 900%. What do you say, James? Wow, yeah, I saw that. He's like, wow. And then the okay scenario is you get 16%. Who's in? That's the types of things you do when you understand money. Those are the types of things that you do when you understand how to go out there and do this, okay? Now, when I first joined the organization, all I wanted to do was real estate, real estate, real estate. But you can't do real estate without knowing how to market. You just got to market properties. You can't do that without knowing how to talk to people on the phone. So we have another side of our business, our entrepreneurial marketing side of the business. When I first joined, I just wanted to do real estate, real estate, real estate. And I'm from New York, so I'm stubborn. It took me 2 years to come around to the other side of the business. But is it okay if you make an extra $200,000, $300,000 and then use that to do real estate with? For some of you guys, that's going to be easier than doing the real estate out of the gate because it may take you 6, 9 months to come up to speed on the real estate class. You still got to get paid every Tuesday and Friday. What's nice about that is I get more real estate deals because of that. I know people just calling me up saying, hey, I've been in one of your trainings. Got a problem with real estate deals. Can you help me out? 100%. Yes. So we came last year. We were the number 3 income earners in the company. Me and my wife helping us grow and expand this business across the country and internationally. So on that side of the business, my instant family here. We got married in 2014. She doesn't even know. All ladies are like, you don't know? I was like, I know more than my wife knows about when we got married. So I don't ever have to worry about that one. She's like, she just told somebody we've been married for like almost 2 years. I was sitting in the back of the room, I'm going, I got married in October. It's not even like a year and a half yet. So I'm like, I'm free. Like probably all the ladies in here, they know their dates, all that. I'm like, I got my wife beat. They never tell me when we got married or how long it's been. So, going to the top 5 income earners. I'm also an instructor. One of the only founder advisory board members. We got a couple founder advisory board members here. with you today. That's also an instructor. So we'll show you guys how to go out there. This is us getting married in 2014. We helped all these people fire their bosses. She's from Gorham, Utah, anyway, from around Gorham, Utah County. Okay. That's where she was. A couple of guys in the back of the room will talk a little bit about the real estate deal. She got herself into a bad real estate deal. I reached around, say hi to Raul, Christian back there. They helped her with a bad real estate deal, started to do that process, negotiating a short sale on it, that process of it. She ended up living in our house for free for, I think it was like 11 months before we ended up selling it. And it was a really, she bought it at the height of the market, she did everything wrong. Everything was wrong with real estate deal, Jessica did. She went to one of those like fever events, she did it herself, found the deal. Just at market value. One of the things we were able to do is we were able to turn it around. We ended up selling it for higher than market value. When you understand creative finance and creative terms, we were able to sell for higher than market value. We actually agreed on the contract for $234,000 on the next day. Check this one out. When you know how to negotiate real estate. We had it for $234,000, and the seller called us up the next day and said, "Hey, can we pay you an extra $1,000?" Does that ever happen to you guys? Where's my real estate agent for a second? Love my agents. Does that ever happen to you? When the seller calls up and says, "Hey, can I pay you more?" No, because we put a clause in there that if they paid us more, they got something, a benefit for it. That actually went towards their down payment, their credit them towards their down payment. And they were first-time home buyers trying to get into a property that they couldn't afford. And we said, "Hey, for every $1,000 you pay over this, we're going to credit you this." So we agreed on the contract, and they called us the next day and said, "No, we're going to pay you more." Which worked out for us because they never cared about the price. When you take the mindset of the price and you talk about the terms and the benefits and how it helps people, they pay you more. Also, they'll do it. This is the problem with most people in today's society. Everything's about money. And it's not about money, but that's an okay check, right? $38,764 for a deal that was negative. They did $1.50,000. Okay with you guys? Turn around. Real estate, it's like bad haircut. So it doesn't take 2 weeks to grow out, right? 2 years to grow out. But if you don't understand how to get creative with it, you'll never have a bad real estate deal. Once you understand all of your terms. So we are a nationwide network of real estate investors. This is our top 25% back in 2015 at our national conference. This is our top 25% in 2016. That's how fast we're growing across the country. I got team members from New York to Hawaii to Canada, and just about everywhere in between. So it's the opportunity that you get surrounded and work with a team on what we're doing. Everybody always asks me this at the end, so here you go. Get it all the way up front. Find me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever it happens to be. There you go. Now's your chance. I don't carry this. Everybody's like, "You got a card?" No. You guys all know up front, no cards. Right? You want my cell phone number, contact information, you'll talk to the guys in the back of the room. They all have it. That's what's nice about it. So, social media, you guys can do whatever you want on there. We're going to talk about some of your assumptions right now. Get them out of the way. Like, I clear your heads first so you guys can understand what we're doing. When I talk about 16%, I talk about 900%. Some of you guys, it doesn't calculate in your brain. You're like, how can you do that? It doesn't make sense. So I'm going to clear out some of those assumptions that you guys have right now. So let's talk about this. You have this assumption. I need a good job to become financially free. You may not have it now, but you've had it in the past. Raise your hand. What happens when we get a good job? Work for somebody else. So the question really you got to ask yourself every day when you get up to work: how many guys love your job and go even if they didn't pay you? Good. Some people stand went up and then they went down. So would you go if they didn't pay you, or you're still trying to figure that out? So out of 100 plus people in this room, I got like one person that's sort of still debating if they would go even if they didn't get paid. Why do the rest of you guys go to work? No. What keeps you up at night? The bills, your debts and your liabilities. That's why you go to work. You go to work because you got those debts and liabilities. If you didn't have those debts and liabilities and walked into your life and said, hey, I just took away all your debt, what would you do? Take control of your lives so you guys go party, okay? Then you might end up in more debt, right? So while you take away all your debt, then you can do what you wanted when you wanted. True? Because you go to work and you got to pay your bills. That's what keeps you up at night. A good job, the problem with a good job is you lose your time freedom. Anybody ever climbed high up the corporate ladder? What happens if you start to climb up the ladder? What happens to your time? It shrinks, right? Because now, like, we were an international company. I was on the East Coast. I got counterparts out here on the West Coast. I got counterparts in Australia. I got counterparts in the UK. Now, Australia is about 12 hours behind the US, so we be doing meetings at like midnight, right? They're doing time. By the way, when do stars and professional athletes get in trouble? Is it between 9 to 5 or late at night? Late at night, right? So that's when my cell phone used to have to go off, and I'd have to send people in to go to work at like 2, 3 in the mornings when we took photos of Angelina Jolie baby pictures, right? The very first ones that came out. How many guys remember Plexico Burrs? Are you football fans here? Well, what did Plexico Burrs do? Shot himself in the leg. Shot himself in the leg. Now let's really think about this for a second. This story always bothers me, so I gotta just tell it. How many of you guys have ever kept your keys or your wallet in your sweatpants? Have you ever done that? Everybody here's done it. Every guy in this room has done it once, right? And what happens? Does it stay there? No, it always falls. So why would you keep a loaded gun in your sweatpants with the safety off? He goes, yeah, as the loaded gun slides down his leg, he reaches to grab it and he shoots himself in the leg. And in New York City, you're not allowed to carry a concealed weapon. Unlike Utah, you're not allowed to carry a concealed weapon. It's automatic jail time. So he got to jail for 2 years for shooting himself in the leg because his utilities, he got a higher security guard to carry his gun for him, and 2, to wear a pair of pants. He lost multi-million dollars, but some of you guys make the same mistakes in your businesses. Because we get lazy, we get complacent, we do these types of things. So a good job will not allow you to become financially free. Do we have job security? No, we don't have job security in today's world. Now, how many people, this is the other thing that we've been taught from kids, you can save your way to wealth. How many people have heard that? Right? You put 10% of your money away. Sorry, 10% of your money away, right? You're going to save your way to wealth. How many people here have heard of the rule of 72? You guys, so for the rest of you guys, we're going to go ahead and do this. Let's talk about the rule of 72 here. The rule of 72 says this. Divide your interest rate by 72. Right. 72 divided by your interest rate. That's how many years it takes for your money to double. So what's your interest rate in your savings account right now? Woo, have you seen the signs? Woo, come to us with new money 1%. Woo! Aren't you excited? 1 goes into 72 how many times? Woo! In 72 years, you're going to have twice the amount of money in your bank account. You're going to have your party now. So if we can increase that to 5 or 10%, will that help you? Yeah, insured and secured and backed by real estate so you can't lose it. So saving in your way to wealth isn't going to get you there in today's world. You've got to go out there and do other things. Now, a couple of the other things that we can go ahead and do here. Some people feel debt is bad. How many people don't want to take on any debt? Don't want to take on any debt. So, all debt is bad according to some people. Here's the deal. There's good debt and bad debt, right? What's bad debt?
Liabilities.
Good debt. Cars. Boats. Appreciating assets. Some people say credit cards, and credit cards are not good or bad. Just like money is not good or bad. It's all how you use it. I bought houses on credit cards. So, is that good? So, you ready? This is going to scare some of you guys. For the majority of you guys, in order to become a millionaire, you're going to have to take on $1 million worth of debt. So get it out of your head now. You're going to need about $1 million worth of debt to become a millionaire. Unless you got $1 million worth of cash laying around, as you guys know. So in order to do that, we got to take on debt. We got to take on the good debt. We got to understand how to go ahead and do it. Okay, breathe, Phil. Breathe. Because debt can be good. All right. I'll show you one of our deals where we put $1,000 down. We took over $1 million mortgage, and it's worth $1.5 million. Is that a good deal?
Yes.
Yeah, we got $1 million worth of debt. But somebody else is paying for it, not me. Okay. So you sort of got to get past a few of those things, a few of those little hurdles in your brain. That's why I said this section's, I'm not getting too detailed in the real estate right now, but it's to get you into that right mindset, so you guys can understand that. All right, it's okay to take on $1 million worth of debt. You're going to need to do it. We're always looking for a secure investment, true? Is there any such thing as a no-risk investment? No, if you hear that, run. You're saying, oh man, there's no way you can lose money. I'm always like, all right, what's the downside? I don't even want to know about the good side. I want to know what the downside is. If the downside's not so bad, then I'm okay with whatever you're telling me. And somebody's like, oh, there's no way to lose. Really, really? There's no way. There's always a way that you can lose. You've got to take risks. Now, the more risk you take, the more money you make, right? You just have to figure out what that risk tolerance level is. Okay? That risk tolerance level. Is failure bad? No. Failure's not bad as long as you learn from it. If you do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, that's insanity. So I tell people fail fast and fail forward. If you look at our professional athletes, right? Michael Jordan missed more shots than he ever made. You remember that? No, what do you remember? Beating the Jazz, right? Beating the Jazz, jumping in the air with his tongue out. He missed more buzzer beaters than he made. But you don't remember that. You only remember the ones he made. He failed more often than anything else. He still kept going. What's a good batting average in baseball? Gets you to the Hall of Fame. 300. You look at the opposite side of that, that means they failed 7 out of 10 times. They failed 7 out of 10 times and get there in the Hall of Fame. The problem with most adults is you might have tried real estate investing in the past. You might have tried a new business in the past. You might have tried one of those things that didn't go so well and you quit for 3 to 5 years. Then you build up your courage again and try it again. A lot of you guys in here have kids, you got nieces, nephews. If a kid got up to walk and they fell down, you say, stay down for the next 3 to 5 years. No, you pick them back up and dust them off, right? But yet you as adults do that. You stay down for 3 to 5 years. Oh man, I tried that, it didn't work. I tried that real estate thing. I dipped my toe in the pool. Where's the rest of my body? Outside, so I failed. Of course I failed. I was just trying it. George says, just don't try it, just do. You either do it or you don't. So just jump in to the deep end. That's how they teach kids how to swim nowadays, right? They take the little kids, throw them in the deep end, and they either sink or swim. That's what we got to do with you. You guys got all these things in your head. Look, guys, I've done it too. I've turned down awesome business ideas because I've laughed at my buddy wanted to start a Philly cheesesteak shop in New York City. It's like, you're crazy. You know about Philly cheesesteak. We're in New York City. He's like, there's no good Philly cheesesteak place here in New York City. They ended up growing so big, we laughed him out of the room. We're like, you're crazy. Hey, you're a photographer. You don't know anything about Philly cheesesteaks. Restaurants here in New York City come in and out so fast. How are you going to make a difference? They had like 4 chains in one Yankee Stadium. Yeah, I got turned down and busted. Right? Because I didn't see it. It was before I had the right mindset. So you guys have had those opportunities too. So So don't pass these by. As well as measuring material things? No. Not measuring material. You guys have learned this lesson. Moving to a new neighborhood, trying to get a new car, new furniture, keeping up with the Joneses. Don't keep up with the Joneses, they're broke. You read the book Millionaire Next Door? Anybody? It's boring. Super boring. But you understand how millionaires do this. Don't try and keep up with Joneses, don't try and keep up with your neighbors, don't do the things that your neighbors are doing. Most of them are poor. They're just covering it up. They're just broke at a higher level. So you guys are broke at a higher level. Stop insanity. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't buy new cars, buy used cars, buy those types of things to get the value. Acquiring wealth does not do win or lose. That's what a lot of people think, right? It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. It doesn't have to be. We can make it a win-win. There's a saying down south. I'll translate for you guys. Pigs get fat, the hogs get slaughtered. What does that mean? Don't be greedy. Leave some profit on there for somebody else. Leave some meat on there for somebody else. If you're trying to be a hog, eventually there's going to be a bigger hog that comes by and wakes you out. You're trying to take every little last dime out of a deal, eventually somebody's going to do the exact same thing to you. So leave some on there for everybody else. Does it take money to make money? It can. Does it have to be yours? No. It's called OPM. What is OPM? OPC?
Other people's credit.
OPT?
Other people's time.
OPE?
Other people's effort.
Energy and efforts. There are a lot smarter people out there than me. I know that. John said, like, rooted and using your hands. And I'm like, Raul, do you use your hands? He's like, nope, you see my hands. I was like, yep. I don't even try. I just hire other people. They go, hey, you should do this. And I go, awesome, let's do that. Like, hey, like our brand new office, we just built it out. Somebody was like, hey, we can do this and that and that. And I was like, awesome, go, here's the money. Just, what are you doing sometime? All right, they built it out better than I could ever. They're like, we should paint it this color and then that. And I was like, well, how about we just do this and that? And oh, yeah. And then they all do it. We're not 100 people smarter than you in those different areas. Go through life, we are not good at everything. Do you guys all understand that?
Yeah.
Don't look at your spouse. So, that's something. All right, let's do a quick reality check here. You can make big money fast in real estate, 100% true. But you got to do the work. You got to do the work. You can start with limited resources, but you need some. If you've got no money, then you need time or knowledge, right? If you've got money and no time, that's fine. You can do it too. You just gotta partner with somebody that has the opposite of you. Okay, sometimes people try and partner together and they're like, we both have no money and a lot of time. That's totally work. Awesome. Still don't have any money to do it. Alright, you gotta find people with the opposite things that you have. And we'll show you guys how to do this. You can invest with bad credit. I've done plenty of deals with 350 credit scores. Not saying I have a 350 credit score, but that's all I needed to do the deal. Did I do a credit score or bad? Bad. Sorry. Well, the worst credit score you can have. You could have just moved to the country yesterday and I can get you into a real estate deal. Don't care about your credit score. Never let money or credit stop you from doing a real estate deal ever again. As long as you have the knowledge to go do it. You've got the team. Okay? Expect to learn on the job. We'll build a real estate team. If you work your business like a business, it will pay you like a business. If you work it like a habit, it will pay you like a habit. Does the habit pay you? No. Or hobby, sorry. Hobbies cost you money. Educate, right? You collect stuff. Yeah. Okay. Real estate is a contact sport, not a contract sport. You actually have to get out there and contact people and talk to people. So what is your role?
Be an investor.
Your role is to be a problem solver. Most people think people want money for their houses, and that's not the case. We want you to solve a problem. They've got a problem in their life, and you need to go solve it. If you can solve their problem, they will give you their house for less money. They might even just give you the house. I had people just say, "Here, take my house. Take my bill." What's their problem? Can't afford their mortgage. Here, just take it over. All right, give me some money. The more problems you solve, the more money you make. Now, but my real estate agents, mortgage brokers, attorneys, we got any of those? I know we got agents, mortgage brokers, attorneys, that help me guys. So I used to be a CE instructor, continuing education in Florida, New York, California, and Texas, one of the largest real estate investment states in the country. And we teach them to think like investors because it is a different mindset, okay, than what you guys normally do. Here in Utah, when you go through real estate agent school, they're allowed to teach you how to market, or is that left up to your brokers? Brokers, right? That is the funniest thing I find about real estate. Everybody's like, I'm going to go to real estate agent school or mortgage broker school. I'm going to learn how to become an agent. The only thing they teach you is you go through that is the law, so you don't get sued. And they're like, here, go to your broker and learn how to market. What's the number one job of a real estate agent? Market properties. Well, they won't teach you that in real estate agent school. See, our number one job as investors is to make money and help people. See, if I help people, I automatically, if I solve their problem, I automatically make money. Is it okay, and this is something tough for some of you guys, is it okay if you help people and make money? Yeah. So you guys say it, but you don't believe it. You got that look like, how can I do that? Because if they can help themselves, they conduct themselves, true? But sometimes they need help. Get them out. You ever know hoarders? Alright? Or you collect a lot of clutter and think somebody else will be like, hey, why do you have so much stuff? And you're like, oh, I didn't realize I had so much stuff. Right? It takes that third person to come in there and do that, and that's your job. So, we're going to give you a philosophy here today. We're all my military veterans, hunters. Okay, you guys are not going to like me for the next 20 minutes. I pull it up, bro. So here's your philosophy for today. And it starts like this. It goes ready. Fire. Aim. Ready. Fire. Aim. Write that down. It sounds weird. There's like, oh, drugs. You didn't have to say it. I can read your mind. I'm psychic. By the look. She's like, that is wrong. Today is all about ready. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff to get you ready. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff to get you ready. Then you're going to fire out your contracts. See, how many guys are really good at golf? Yeah, how many guys are not good at golf like me? So the rest of us, when we go to play golf, you guys know as much as I do about golf. I'm a baseball player, I'm a softball player, right? So I get up there to get a golf ball, I move my feet, right? I try to hit it as hard as I can, which is everything wrong, you should do, right? And I hit that golf ball, there's one thing I know. It's going this way. Might not go far, might go far, it might go where I wanted it to. It's like, so today's you're ready. We're going to help you guys go out there and find properties. And then you're going to fire out contracts. That's what our fire to the golf ball is. We just fire them out. Now, we put clauses in our contracts to protect ourselves. Those clauses in our contracts allow us to have our golf balls, if it's not going on target to bounce onto the green, it's going to explode in midair. We're going to turn you into Superman or Superwoman. You're going to fly faster than a speeding golf ball. You're going to grab that one golf ball and bounce one time on the green and into the cup. But if we don't fire out our contracts, we never get to a real estate deal. Because real estate moves fast and it's a really good deal.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay? And you got to be able to move fast with it. The real estate agents will tell you this: the best deals never really make it to MLS. Mark's a seasoned real estate agent here. If he gets a screaming deal that he knows $50,000 to $100,000 below market value, he calls it a pocket listing. Puts it in his pocket. He calls up his top 5 investors and goes, "Hey, look, I'm going to list this in a day or 2. Go look at it. This is what they want for it. I know it's well below market value." All right, they go look at it. You call Mark up. Say, "Hey, Mark, we'll take it full price." Right? Mark puts it up on MLS for a minute, takes it right back down. The way Mark gets his commissions, right? Suddenly listed it. It went up for a day. That's why you see properties hit the market and then they're like sold immediately. You're like, "Oh, look, it's the deal I want." Sorry, it was already sold before you even hit MLS. So the best deals don't make it to the MLS system. The best deals are found with insider information. As part of our team of real estate investors, we're going to get insider information all the time. The more team members we have, the more insider information. You guys know somebody that's been in trouble on a property, you just didn't know how to make money on it. We're going to show you that. But if we got to fire out our contract so we can lock up that property, and then we've got time to do our inspection, we've got time to aim afterwards. Our inspections, right? Our appraisals, all those different things. If there's something wrong with it, we get to walk away from the deal. But if we don't fire it and get it under contract, guess what happens? You don't get a deal. Right? I gotta say, "Hey, it's a screaming deal that Brandon has. I want to buy it, but I gotta wait for my appraiser to come out in a week. I gotta wait for my home inspector to come out. I gotta wait for this. I gotta wait for that." Guess what happens? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I shoulda, woulda, coulda, all the way back to 9 to 5. Thanks, one person that got it. Right here, buddy. All right. So that's your new philosophy. Great firing. All right. So we're going to talk about cash flow. We're going to talk about depreciation. These are just some terms that you'll need to know. Depreciation, decreases in value, appreciation, appreciates in value. All right. Equity, the difference between how much you owe, the value of the property. And we got a little late start. You guys need a break, or can we keep going through for a little bit?
Keep going.
Keep going through? Okay. All right. We'll talk about leverage, using other people's money. ARV, this is the key term. Make sure you write this down for yourself. ARV, after repair value. Now, don't worry about having to take pictures of this. Those of you guys that got the classes, it's all right there. PowerPoint's there. Boom, just print it out. It's all right there. So we're going to talk about ARV. We're going to talk about LTV and NOI. So those of you guys in commercial, net operating income is your key. Those of you guys doing residential, it's ARV, after repair value. So after repair value means after it's all fixed up. The whole glossary of over 300 terms in the back office there for you. So it's time to do some work. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do some work. So we're going to step to do a real estate deal. We're going to go through some common lead sources, and then you're going to do some work. And we'll take a break. We're going to talk about here today, finding deals, analyzing them, fire in your offers. Ready? This is ready, fire, aim. So see this one down here? Every real estate deal you get into, when you fire, you know your 3 exits. When do you make your money? When you buy or sell? When you buy, you just collect your check when you sell. I already know when I buy it how much money I'm going to make. You end up making more. But when I buy that property, get it on contract, I know how much money I'm going to make. The exact opposite of the way real estate agents run their numbers. I know the day I close, I'll make 30, 50 grand. So now it's okay to be working 6 months, right? And I'm usually conservative, so I usually make more if I do it faster. There's some companies out there, fix and flip shows, fix and flop shows. They come to town and say, "Hey, you can do a fix and flip in 90 days. The problem is, most of the times in today's world, it takes a little bit more than 30 to 60 days for somebody to get financed. You only give yourself 90 days. I think you only got 30 days to do the rest of it. It's not enough time. So you need that ability to have more time. So when we factor in 6 months to do a deal, and you do it before you make more money. Okay with you? But their way, you would actually lose money. I don't know about you guys, but I don't do this business for free. Common sources out there to do this: internet sites, government auction websites, For sale by owner, MLS, social media, print sources, and your own marketing. What if your buyers would just call you? What if the sellers would just call you? You go to motivated? They're motivated. You guys are too busy writing to answer questions that get chewed on the tire shoe at the same time.
You don't know when you're going to flip the screen and we can't see it.
Oh, you were gonna have fun. At least I'm gonna have fun. Don't know about you doing. Let's get into it. All right. Here are some common sites that you go out there and find real estate. Some of you guys like that guy's. Just funny looking, whichever. All right. eBay. Most people don't believe this, but a property sold every 30 seconds on eBay. I'm going to caution you from buying properties on eBay because there's two things that are sold on eBay: the option to buy a property and the actual property. You might be bidding on the option to buy a property at a different price, so make sure you read the ad carefully. Read it carefully that you're not bidding on an option to buy a property. We got Craigslist, Backpage, Zillow, Trulia, and you guys out here use KSL. That's your site. There are a few ads placed on KSL every day.
Yeah.
So we like to work smart and not hard. You guys don't have this is property chart, this is your future. So depending where we are in the country, there's a couple of different sites that we use. If I come out here, let's go live. Okay, I come over here to KSL. I have this pulled up, of course. Let's go to homes. You want to come out here and search for properties, right? Here's the latest listings. I just put on all these. Here's the latest listings, right? Now, for me to know if these are good deals or not good deals, it can take me a little bit of time. True.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are just today's listings. Now there's 842 pages of listings. You guys see that down here? Now there's, let's say, 20 listings per page. Is that a lot of properties I'd have to click on? Yeah, that's way too much work for me. But I can find a property in less than 5 minutes by using a thing that we call keywords. Okay? We use a term called keywords here. And keywords indicate motivation. Sharon lists her property today. She wants full price for it, full market value, and she doesn't have to move for like a year. Is she really motivated? No. She's going to sit there and hold out for her price. That is somebody that we would probably not target. Would not target this. However, if Sharon had a property out there for a while, and now she lowered the price once, twice, 3 times, she's like, please somebody just offer me something. Then we're gonna go ahead and target them. All right, we're not. Types of properties that I have. I can go ahead and just tell you all, I'm not doing what you do. So you guys are going to do some work. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to have like every row sort of turn around like